incumbent Congressman Scott Taylor is facing Democrat Elaine Luria and independent candidate Sean Brown. Here's the background. Last week, WHRV reported that paid members of Congressman Scott Taylor's campaign collected signatures to help put independent candidate Sean Brown on the ballot for the 2nd congressional race this November. Brown had previously run as a Democrat. Now comes news that 4 people whose names and addresses appear on the petition documents collected by the Taylor workers say they never signed them. Among those is a woman who says she was living in Nevada at the time the signatures were collected. A 5th signature appears to be from a man who died earlier this year, before the time frame in which the signatures were collected. His name was Richard Cake, but he was better known throughout the community as Stuart Cake. His widow is a retired constituent services representative for Senator Mark Warner, and Bet Cake joins us now. Bet, good to have you with us today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kathy.
First, I'm sorry about Stuart's death, because he was certainly a very well-known leader throughout the community. I don't think they had an event at Old Dominion University that he didn't attend.
That's probably true. He was very involved in the community and loved being involved.
How did you first find out that his name was on this petition that was designed to put Sean Brown's name on the ballot?
I actually got a call early yesterday morning from, or actually maybe it was Saturday morning, whenever all this first started. Drew Lumpkin, who is the regional director for Senator Warner's Norfolk office that I retired from, called me to give me a heads up because he didn't want me to see it, on Facebook or on computer or something. He wanted me to know ahead of time, and I really appreciated that. And then, of course, not long after that, I saw it on Facebook.
Is there any way in your mind that the timing works here? Because we note that I believe that Stuart died before these petitions, before the time frame of these petitions.
Yes, the petitions are dated 6/9/18, and Stuart passed away on April 6th. And even if they had been signed previously, that is not his signature. I have multiple copies of his signature. He had a beautiful handwriting, and he probably would have signed it R. Stuart Cake, because he went by Stuart and very rarely used Richard except on, bank documents and medical things and stuff like that. So that there's no way that could have been signed by him at any time.
What have you been hearing from people that are close to Stuart?
Oh, everybody's upset that anybody would use the name of someone who's passed on. I mean, it's very disappointing and it's hurtful, and I'm disappointed that Scott Taylor would allow his staff members to do that kind of thing. And it's alarming that people who are not actually signing, or their names are being used without their knowledge.
Mm. Has anyone discussed any potential remedies for this?
Well, I spoke with a couple of folks yesterday who are collecting affidavits from people whose signatures were used illegally or whose names were used. And I actually signed an affidavit and gave them a copy of the death certificate to that I think that the Board of Elections is going to be working with. So hopefully they'll be able to find out which signatures are accurate.
I know that you obviously are a Democrat because you worked in the office of Senator Mark Warner, and I believe that Stuart was well known in those circles as well.
Yes, Stuart and I did a lot of volunteering and went to some of the get-togethers with the Democrats and things like that, and he was always happy to. He loved seeing Senator Warner at any point. In fact, Senator Warner came to visit him the week before he died. Mm. If that tells you what a wonderful person Senator Warner is, he took time out of his schedule to come see Stuart the week before he passed.
Well, Bet, I know this has been upsetting for you, and certainly it's been not a great long period of time since Stuart has died. So I wish you well, and
thank you.
And I'm just thinking about you.
Well, thank you very much, because I know you knew Stuart, and you knew what a great guy he was and how much fun he was to have around. So it's been really awful
Yeah, I'm
gone.
so.
But then it's very hurtful that someone would use his name like this, and so I'm hoping they'll be able to get to the bottom of all this that's going on.
It will be hard to go to an Old Dominion event that he was such a large presence at those events. So
that's true.
Beth, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.